EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from a broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
And off we go from Denver. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Lance. Right side, he has Johnston. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 39 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. and all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Toss left side for Harvey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now, on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Lance. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, LA! Oronde Gadsden, 87 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. To throw is Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Nix to throw again. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Nix. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and a couple. Here's Nix once more. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Nix. The left side complete to Troutman. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. defense will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
A 10-play drive that time. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down, Los Angeles.
To throw, it's Lance. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. It's picked up by, there he goes, left side. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing the score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
What's good on the extra point? And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Nick's going to give to Harvey. Able to slip. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's... And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. So that's about as crazy of a play as you're going to see. He lost the football, got it back, and took it into the end zone.
And it's really tough on the defenders, isn't it? Because when they see a loose football, sometimes you end up kind of shutting it down and you go into fumble recovery mode and you forget about the guy who fumbled it in the first place. That ended up costing him.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Lance. He gets it to Johnston. And he's brought down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On first down, hits Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Lance going to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Lance looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Lance. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time, and they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chargers 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Davis now to return it. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Charger drive about to get going. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Lance now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He gets this to Hampton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 35. And the Chargers, 1st down. It's a gain of 35. 1st down, Chargers.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. Lance back to throw. Finds Johnston. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Nix to the air. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got a first down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now it's Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from 51 yards for the win. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final try now for Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.